What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Mission Fishing Live. I'm your host, Muto. How's everybody doing out there today? Today's Thursday. Hopefully, y'all had a good Valentine's Day and a good week.
The question is, did you have a
The
good
question is, did I
Valentine's?
have a good Valentine's Day? It was good.
Your wife didn't do
We didn't do anything.
anything.
Did absolutely zero. That's just the way I like it.
Only
Should have
fishing
went.
says you're
Should have
late.
went. Should have went fishing. I am late. That is true, guys. Let's see who we got in the house. Cave Dog number 1. Oos, welcome. Glad you could join us. Peter86, welcome to the show. Glad you could be here. Doug Rubin, El Sueño, what's going on? TB Metal Art, Oos, welcome. Glad you could be here. Louis Mendoza, welcome. Graham, glad you're back, man. What's up, guys? Happy Thursday. Zachary Riggs, what's going on, everyone? Hope you're all enjoying the afternoon more than I am. This afternoon, I stepped on an old rusty nail. Oh, no. Currently at the ER? You're watching the show from the ER? Yeah, that's hardcore. I like that, Zach. Keeping it going. We'll keep you entertained. I did that when I was a kid one time under a house. Like I stepped on a board and I picked up my shoe and the board was stuck to my foot and the nail like it went all the way through. Enjoy the tetanus shot. You're going to be feeling that one for a while. Big water yak fishing. Ooh, sorry I missed last week. It's okay, man. We'll let it slide this time. Sound fishing. What's going on? Welcome. Glad you could join us. Saw your little post. Cool Baits was killing it today out there for you. That's awesome, dude. Benny Moreno, what's going on? What's up, fellas? Glad you could join. Salty Dangler. Oos. Cast Queen. Oos. Welcome. Danny Perez, what's going on, man? Leonard, Oos, welcome. Coach Worf, Oos. If you guys are new to the show and you're seeing people type in Oos, just means that they've liked the show, that they've hit the like button. So that's what it means. So if you want your Oos, hit that like button.
Yeah.
Let us know you're showing some love. Home Alone style on the nail, yeah, dude. Sorry to hear that, Zach. Hopefully it's all good.
Who's going to PCS tomorrow?
Usually they just get you those things. Yeah, PCS. So today's show, guys, we're gonna do I'm gonna go over the usual stuff. Kind of like our fishing report, news, and all that. But we're also going to do trivia today. So, since we got how many? Did we get on Instagram? 500.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got 500 followers on Instagram. So we're going to do a giveaway, and then we're going to do trivia. So you can win one of these jigs. We're going to give away This is the 220 gram. So basically, the trivia is going to be, even if you don't participate, you're going to learn something. So it's like saltwater trivia based on like our Southern California area, and a lot of it's going to be regulations based. So just give you a heads up, it'll be really fishing focused on the regulations and stuff, and there'll be some other funner questions in there. So even if you don't participate, I think you're going to learn something, just listening. And because even some of these questions I wasn't sure of, I had to look up, and I think it'll be fun. So we'll do that. I think that'll be cool. And then we're just going to do a regular giveaway for is a 130 gram jig. So even if you don't win the trivia, you still got a chance. We'll do a jig giveaway as well. So that would get everybody a shot to get something. So in there, going to PCS Saturday. Yeah. So you guys that don't know, PCS was at Pacific Coast Magazine. They're having up in Orange County. I think in the Orange County Fairgrounds, there's going to be an event show. I think it's in line. I've never been, so I'm not too familiar with it. I believe it's kind of like a trade show, right? Or like in line with the Fred Hall show sort of thing, like a similar format. It's funny. I went to the supply house today and people were talking about, there was like some beef with the Fred Hall thing. They were like, it's funny listening to these old dudes like gossiping up, like we're at like soccer moms at a coffee shop, man. They were just in there like, oh, I heard Fred Hall got kicked out. And then they were just like going back and forth. I was just like a fly on the wall listening, looking at some monoline, but it was pretty funny. And then they were talking about like the PCS and like, I don't know about all that stuff, but I know both are kind of going on pretty soon here. So, yeah, it should be good. Looks cool. It looks fun. I know a lot of guys are going out there. I might go. We'll see what happens. At least one of the days. That'd be pretty cool. Better get a booth next year. Yeah, dude, totally. Once I get my inventory up, obviously we got a big order coming in. For those of you guys that don't know, the slow death jigs, we've been selling out. We sold out a lot of like the 20 gram, not a lot, but like the blue and glow, and I think maybe even some of the live bait. But we got a big order coming in, like thousands of units. So it should be probably still a couple months. It was manufacturing just takes forever. But hopefully we got a big order and then another one coming behind it, so we don't run into the production issues. I guess inventory issues is the biggest thing. But yeah, that'd be cool to be out there next year, get a pro staff going and all that stuff. Definitely. Bahu Kai, welcome. Five Bass any coming. Yeah, you guys are already dropping the regulation numbers.
All right, you got SoCal Angler.
That's pretty funny.
Mason,
SoCal Angler, Oos, welcome.
Jig Junkies.
Jig Junkies, welcome, dude. Welcome to the show. Roman Goes Fishing, welcome.
And I Like Greedo.
I Like Greedo.
He says he'll be there Saturday.
You'll be there Saturday, nice.
They're on Instagram Live.
Like Greedo, the Greedo that got shot by Han Solo?
I think so. I Like Greedo. I don't know how
He likes Greedo.
Spelled. How's it spelled?
I don't know. Greed.
Then that's it.
Welcome, guys. Yeah, but the trade show should be cool. So let's see what we got here in the. See if there's anything in the news. I don't know if you guys saw this one in the local news stories, but there was one. We don't get too often here in the winter because I don't think people are out there.
He says yes.
Like Greedo from Star Wars. That's funny. You like Greedo? He was like a sealless bounty hunter, but he was still pretty cool, I guess. Maybe in his heyday, like that expanded universe. Maybe he was the man. Let me bring this up here. We had I don't know if you guys saw this, but California man survives free 5-hour night swim with a friendly seal at his guide. I guess this guy fell in the water for 5 hours. He swam. Says what California man thought he would die when he fell off his fishing boat in the frigid Pacific Ocean, but a friendly harbor seal showed up in the nick of time to help him get to safety. Yeah, pretty crazy story, but I guess his boat, if you guys want to read the story, his boat, I guess it was still on and he was in like a t-shirt and jeans and he left his boat in gear and apparently he fell over and it just kept going, it was like idled. So it took away and then it took off on him and he said he was swimming. So he just started swimming. Once he realized the boat got away, he just started swimming and then something popped up next to him. I guess scared the crap out of him and he thought it was a shark and he was dead. And apparently it was a harbor seal and it followed him. I mean, I guess for 5 hours, this dude swam. It's a pretty cool story. If you guys want to check it out, I'll put the link in there. How he thought he was going to die and he was thinking of his family. And apparently he found an oil rig, like the sun started coming up and dude swam and swam and swam. He came up on an oil rig and was like, had hypothermia and stuff like that. But, just goes to show you guys, I mean, safety first, you got to think of all those things when you're out there, man, whether in a kayak or a boat, Mother Nature. I mean, the ocean she's no joke, dude. She will take you out. But yeah, there's a story if you guys want to check it out, but that was pretty cool. Newsworthy. I mean, to swim, I don't think I could swim for 5 hours. I don't think it said it even had like a life jacket on. Maybe, I don't know. Can you swim for 5 hours? I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't stay afloat for 5 hours and swim, but
people are more buoyant than others.
Yeah, some people must be more buoyant, but yeah, it didn't say anything about a life jacket or not, but the seal's redeemed. Well, yeah, it was a seal, not a sea lion. We deal with those pain in the ass. I guess it was a harbor seal. The sea lions are the ones that are pain in the ass. Follow you around, steal your fish. I can barely swim for 10 minutes. Yeah, dude, I'm not a very good swimmer either. I'm like, I don't have any buoyancy. I sink like a rock. Like I can swim, but it takes a lot out of me. Captain Adobo Oos, welcome. Unicorn Theory, welcome. Captain Dan Oos, North County, welcome to the show, man. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. Fish report, went fishing Saturday. Didn't see too many guys out there. Went out with Dario. Met up with him Saturday. Real Dreamer was supposed to come, but something came up. So me and Dario just fished. We hit the bays and the docks. We didn't go too far, and then we went out and hit the bait barge a little bit. And it was pretty cool. But really the same story. We went to San Diego Bay, but water was just still super clear, guys. You can see probably 15 feet down. The water was cold, even though it was like a super hot day. Pretty tough conditions. We did okay at the docks. Had them testing out some of my lighter stuff. I've got some 15 and 10 gram stuff coming in. So gave him a few of those. It was pretty cool. And then we hit the bait barge, and bait barge was slow. Eventually I got got a nice pig, got a big old 18-incher heavy beast on a one of the 60-gram assassin, but it took a long time. It took that tide to change. So I stayed out there. We stayed out there for like hours and hours, and the tide was going out and it was ripping pretty good, and we just couldn't get anything. And then right when that tide shifted, I know Dario had to go back early, but I stayed out there for a little bit, and yeah, I finally got in a nice big one. And spotty bite was okay, or a lot better than Mission Bay, I imagine. But the same thing. It was early. We got out there early. The bite was good, and then it kind of died off. Like 9, little after 8, 8:30, 9, died off. But bite was good. I think I got like 3 spotties pretty early within like the hour, and then we kind of packed it in and went out. But I didn't see too many people out there. I saw Oscar was out there with big water yak fishing. They were on his father-in-law's boat, I believe. So that's cool. They came by. We saw them, and Oscar got that legal halibut. I got the legal halibut, and he was using mackerel for bait, which was pretty cool. I guess they caught one. I think Aaron caught the mackerel, and then he just sent it down under dropper loop or something, and the thing just ate it, which is pretty cool. And one thing about the halibut, guys, is the halibut are starting to come in. So spawning season is happening. Spawning season for the halibut are February through July. So what happens is these big halibut, the big ones that live out, in the ocean or the deeper ocean, they'll come in. So they're coming in to spawn. February is their time. So they're starting to show up. That's what I'm seeing, a lot more halibut caught. I was looking at the fish report, I think for San Diego Fisherman's Landing, or one of them. There was only like one boat went out, and they caught, I think, like 22 halibut. Most of them they threw back, were released. There was only like a couple keepers, but they're starting to come in now and spawn. So when the halibut come in and spawn, the big ones come in, but they use the actual bay. That's like their breeding ground. So they come in shallow, I think anywhere from 15 to like 60 feet or something like that, I was reading. And the bays are their actual spawning ground. That's like the hatchery. That's the nursery. So the little ones live in the bays. So you get a ton of little ones there. So they're starting to come in, guys. February through, should be here till July. So if you want to go get on some halibut, now's a pretty good time. We're going to have rock fishing coming in pretty soon, about another, 15 days or so. Rockfish will open back up. Less than 15, yeah. So that's something to keep on your radar. But until then, big halibuts are starting to swarm in. That was cool seeing Oscar catch that one. They drove up on their boat and he held it up, and they got some sand bass too. I think Big Water was slaying it on the sand bass, so that's awesome. Got some hogs. He was out most of the day.
Say hi to Mr. Alex Rodriguez.
Mr. Alex Rodriguez, welcome.
That's I like
loved your baseball career. Just kidding. I don't really follow baseball, but I know he's a baseball player. The Shark Tank, yeah. Alex Rodriguez.
Well, that's I like Rita when he came on over.
Big water yak fishing. I caught the Mac on a submission fishing co, slow pitch, 20 gram, and gave it to Oscar. What color? Golden Death, probably. Did Oscar give you half the fish? Man, you're making bait for him. Halibut, yeah, baby. They're here. They're starting to show up, so you guys got to get in there. What was it? 28 and a half inches, 10 pounds. That's a good halibut for sure. Heck yeah, man. I like Greedo here. Subscribe from San Diego. Nice, dude. Thank you for all the subs, guys, and the likes. But yeah, I mean, that was the fishing report. It wasn't too busy. There wasn't that many people out there fishing, which was odd because it was hot. And I'm pretty sure I got heat stroke that day because I was wearing my pants and everything else. And I had like a drink, but it was only like one. It was, what do you call it? Not the enzymes. I had the electrolytes in it, and I drank it throughout the day, but it was really all I had. And when I got back, it was pretty hot. It was like in the 80s, and I didn't really realize it. And by the time I got back in and I got off my kayak, and my legs started cramping up when I was like walking up the hill, and I was getting really dizzy, and like felt nauseous. And then like I tried to pick my kayak up and put it on top of my car, and got like really lightheaded. And then I started to put together that I was probably getting a little bit of heat stroke, and like it creeps up on you. It's been so cold, and I dressed pretty much for winter because it's even the mornings when you show up, it's like it was still cold. Like it's freaking cold in the morning after before the sun came out, but I was wearing pants and it got hot. I didn't really have much to drink. Luckily I made it to 7-Eleven. I pounded like 2 liters of water once I got there. But yeah, it's pretty brutal. So just remember that, guys, and keep an eye on that. And I knew it was going to be hot, but I didn't really think about it. I'm like, 80 degrees isn't that bad. And it didn't feel like it was hot, but it didn't feel like too bad when I was out there. You know what I mean? I think I was just fishing. I'm in the zone. I didn't really think about it. But when I landed and everybody was at the beach and we went to Kellogg and it was like, it was 80 degrees because it was straight up summer. There was like nowhere to land. Last weekend or weekend before, nobody was there, like zero. And you go out last weekend when the temperature goes up. Once it goes past 70, it was freaking everybody was at the beach again, just doing the thing. It was pretty good. Drink liquid IV. I'll have to try that, man. Yeah, I felt better. I recovered pretty quick. Dario, what's going on, man? Just talking about our trip. Welcome to the show. Talking about our little fishing adventure. Oos. But yeah, so stay hydrated out there, guys. All these things, all the safety tips. So just don't forget them. It's crazy to think about there.
Cunanan on Instagram joined. Somebody.
Gabe, Instagram, welcome. Sorry, I got the Instagram stream going too. If you guys aren't on Instagram watching, you can join us on Facebook. We're going to be doing some trivia and stuff. Or not on Facebook. Join us on YouTube, Submission Fishing. Scooby Doo 20 Oos, what's going on, man?
SoCal Pig Patrol.
SoCal Pig Patrol, what's going on, man? Welcome to the show. Just going over the little fishing report. Yeah, so anyways, went fishing, saw the cool halibut. I actually caught a big ass sand bass, which was cool. It was like an 18-incher. It was funny was we didn't catch a lot of fish, but the ones that we caught were just, they fought, dude. It was like, and they had fat bellies too. So they were eating like, so which was strange that I know Dario too. He was like it was one of those days where I've caught a lot of spotties. So you usually know what's illegal, what's not. I swear every fish I hooked into, I'm like, oh, this is illegal. And they were like 13 inches. And I think Dario kind of experienced the same thing where they were just fighting and their bellies were like swollen, where you can tell they were just packing it in. But the bite wasn't like quite fire, but they were eating. It was just kind of weird. But they all had fight. So not a lot of fish, but gosh dang, man. The ones that we did hook, even that sand bass I hooked, I thought I hooked into a sea lion, honestly. Like it wasn't coming up and it was like pull and drag. Finally, I got it and it's just a big old sand bass. Just weird. One of those weird fishing days. No skunk though, man. That's all that matters. So went fishing, had my little heat stroke, got some water, and then I went and visited my boy Todd, TB Metal Art. So I got a little gift here. He made me something behind the curtain that we're going to reveal. And I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Todd, TB Metal Art. He does work. He works with like metal, sheet metal, all kinds of metals. He does lots of fish art. I mean, his Dorado, he does spotty. He does his trophies for spotty bowls. He does a lot of art for people. And he made me a jig and it was pretty awesome. So just reveal that for you guys. A new art piece for the back. Kind of hard to focus on there, but
yeah, I'm gonna do it close up.
Yeah, man, he made a life-size slow deck jig. It's got like the hooks on each side. He put the O-rings, dude. It's pretty badass. So if you guys want to see it, you can get the details. But yeah, dude, he did like everything on it. It's got the tassels, like the little feathers on top of the hooks. He got these giant hooks. And I'll put it closer. I'll put like a high res photo on Instagram so you guys can see that thing. But TV Metal Art, he's in the chat, guys. Give him a shout out and check his stuff out and get on his waiting list. Have him make you a fish. He does flags. He does other stuff too. But he's a great proponent in the fishing world too. So if you guys, he loves fishing and he's a cool dude. He's super helpful, super generous, and he makes a lot of trophies for these events we do. And a lot of times people don't even ask him to. Actually, we never ask him to. He makes them on his own. He volunteers a lot of this stuff. So I really appreciate that, man. And it's super awesome. We love having you in the fishing community. Super generous. And yeah, if you want a piece commission, man, look him up. TB Metal Art. And yeah, that's the jig. So we'll be back here for hopefully the rest of the time, the rest of the show. We'll be able to check it out. And it's good stuff. And I caught one on the gold too, 60-gram gold. That's what it is. I caught that sand bass on that same jig. I mean, not that jig, but the same one. Yeah, but it was cool. I got to go to Todd's shop, see all of his work and stuff. And he's got like his roller. I don't know if you know, like apparently like one of the people from Jaws, he's got like a roller that they used on that movie, and he's got the same one in his thing. But it was cool seeing the workshop for sure. I got to see Brian's his little Disneyland thing. I saw that before. He showed me some of the other work and stuff, but yeah, it was really cool seeing all the pieces that are like he's making for other people. It's pretty awesome, man. It's great work. Highly recommend. If you don't have a piece from him, go get one, guys. What's that, like 1,000 grams or so? It's pretty light, to be honest with you, Scooby. Um, it's made out of aluminum, I think. That wood is, but which is nice. It doesn't weigh like 10,000 pounds. We should weld the back end and go fish it. I don't know if it'll hold up. Cow tunas on that thing for sure. Yeah, maybe like sperm whales. Thing's beast. Yeah, but I love it, dude. It came out way better than I thought. He was sending me pictures throughout the thing, but yeah, it was super cool. But I just love seeing the shop too. I mean, Todd's shop is awesome. I feel like one of the few that got to see the inner workings, got the little walkthrough and stuff. So it was awesome, man. He was out there just working away Saturday, grinding, man, doing work, putting these things in. Pretty funny.
Cal says Todd does beautiful work.
Todd does beautiful work. Yes, Cal, absolutely.
He's on Instagram.
SD Fisherman, what's going on, man? Yo, a little late. Don't worry about it. Who, Cal's on Instagram?
Yeah.
Cal. Oh, he's in here too, I think. Hey, man, we'll take you on both. We're just trying to get some people over for the trivia and stuff like that. So good stuff. So we'll get
Cow tunas on that thing.
Cow tunas on that thing. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. So we got the halibut. We got all that stuff. Okay, guys. So y'all ready for some trivia action tonight? What we're going to do, we're going to keep. So basically, what you want to do is make sure that the show is live. So if you're watching it like on your desktop, like I think it's like the left corner, you want to make sure that the live button is like white and red, and then it's not grayed out. So I'll give you guys a little bit of time to make sure you're live. And basically, it's pretty simple. I'm just going to ask, I think I've got 15 trivia questions. And like I said, most of these are based on regulations and stuff. So we'll ask the question, we'll get the answer, and we'll just talk about them a little bit, So the questions are also kind of designed to give us knowledge and give us some conversation based on things. So if you have questions about them and stuff like that. So even doing a lot of research of these questions, some of them I didn't know. So it was cool it's like a refresher on, some things we should know. And I'd be curious to see how much you guys remember that thing. So it'll be the first person that answers the question correctly. And basically we'll tally it up. So the one at the end, whoever has the most questions correct. If you don't want to play, that's cool too. Just sit back and enjoy, and hopefully you learn something.
So I'm just gonna keep a list of questions.
So we'll just have a list. Yeah. So I'll go over the questions. We'll give the answer. The first person that answers the question, we'll just keep a tally. Jessica will keep a tally. And for those of you that are curious, for the prize, you're gonna win 220 grams slow death jig. It's one of the tuna jigs. Killed it on yellowfin on this thing last year. And then at the end of the show, we're going to tell you how you can we're going to give this one away. This is 130 gram, the orange sickle gem. So even if you don't win the trivia or whatever, we're still going to give a giveaway and a chance for everybody to win a jig at least. So it's our 500 Instagram celebration. Give me a thumbs up if you guys are ready.
Frank Cocoa and Cole 182 on Instagram. Tell them to come on over.
Frank Cocoa and who?
Cole 182.
Cole 182. You guys are on Instagram. We're over here on YouTube. If you guys want to play trivia.
And Lunchbox Tats.
Lunchbox Tats. If you guys go to Submission Fishing on YouTube, we got a live show going on right now. So if you want to join the chat and be part of the trivia, come on and join over. We got a little giveaway going on. So you Instagram guys, just come on over to YouTube. Or you can watch on Instagram if you don't want to participate. That's cool too. Not too worried about it. We're getting the thumbs up. All right.
Frank says okay.
Wait for Frankie. Leonard. Let's do it, guys. Who's going to have the fastest typing? Who's going to have the best connection?
The answer is B.
That's what it comes down to sometimes, unfortunately. See? It's not multiple choice, guys. So you have to know the answers.
Ooh, can they Google?
This isn't yeah, they can Google. But if somebody knows it, I mean, they're going to get it. Yeah, exactly. If you know it, you know it. That's the thing.
Oh,
Salty can't play. His internet is too fast. Yeah, Salty dude, he's on it, man.
Some people's brains are just fast.
My brain doesn't work that well.
Mine either.
All right, guys. So we're gonna get started. Question number 1. What is legal size for Barracuda? What is legal size for Barracuda? Frank Ochoa, what's going on, brother? Welcome. You have answers?
What are you giving people?
Who's ever first?
All right, Frank says 28.
So you're
Salty
seeing it
says
first.
28.
Who was first?
Frank.
28 is correct. Who is number 1? Frank?
Frank is who I saw first.
Frank, who came up first in the chat.
Frank
Well, I see Salty first.
Interesting.
See, but I'm going through mine streams through
I'm looking at YouTube.
Who are you guys seeing first? I see Salty, you see Frank. Are you on the YouTube app or are you You're watching it straight through YouTube, right?
On YouTube, Frank was first.
YouTube, Frank was first. Okay.
It might have been a tie though.
We'll put Frank.
Okay.
We'll put
Frank. People said
we'll
they
put
see
Salty.
Frank.
They see Frank too. Sorry,
Okay,
Salty.
We're gonna go by YouTube.
28 inches is correct. Legal size for Barracuda is 28 inches. That's pretty big. You gotta have a big ass Barracuda to keep those things. I only caught one last year. Who else we got? A lot of 20s. Got some 26s. Yeah, ooh, couple 26s. Yeah, got to be a little bit bigger than 26. We got a 30 from Graham, 25, 18. Yeah, got to be bigger than 18. Yeah, Frank. 28 inches. All right.
Cave Dog. I see Cave Dog. Do you, Cal?
Really, Cal? All right.
Question. We're going to go off of YouTube.
We're going to go off of YouTube. So my stream's a little different because I stream through through a browser and then it goes through YouTube so I can have some features and stuff. So we're just going through. Jessica's on YouTube, so she'll go through that way. Next question. What is the bag limit for Vermilion Rockfish? What is the bag limit for Vermilion Rockfish? You can see the teams, right?
Yeah, Bonnie says hi. She was going to say 50. TV says 5. Dario says 4. Frank says 10.
Who was the first one for 4?
Dario.
Number 1, 4 fish.
Hi, Bonnie.
It is 4. So the Vermilion Rockfish. Aunt Bonnie, welcome to the show. Glad you could join us.
From Idaho.
And we visited her out in South Carolina. It is 4. So it used to be the Vermilion Rockfish or the Red Rockfish. It used to be 5. So it was switched to 4 for this year. So that's why I wanted to put this question in. And it's 10. For those of you guys that were saying 10 is the collective you can have with total rockfish. So you can only have 10 rockfish total. So whether that's the Boccaccio, some people call them the salmon grouper, grass rockfish, all the variation of rockfish, you can have 10 total. But you can't have 10 vermilion. You can only have 4 vermilion. And it used to be 5 last year. So you can have 6 of any other fish, but they can only be the 4 vermilion. So you cannot have 10 vermilion. So 4. That is correct. See, Zach was number 1 on this one. So I got some delay.
Either that or it's both of the same.
Either that or it's rigged.
I definitely had Dario first.
Jay, what's going on, man? Welcome to the show. All right, guys. Question number 3. What species of fish is a yellowtail? What species does it belong to? What species is yellowtail? Ooh, Dar. Was that Dario again?
Tuna. Louis says tuna.
Who was that, Dario?
Dario and Todd both said Jack. And then you got some tunas. Peter says
tunas.
Rockfish says amberjack. Kiwi says Jack.
We'll take Jack. Jack is.
TV says the Karanig
family. Yeah. It is a Jack, ladies and gentlemen. It is, amberjack, Jack are all the same. It is not a tuna. That is, I think, so you can confuse that with the yellow fin. There is yellowfin tuna. The yellowtail is a jack, the amberjack, or it's part of the greater amberjack family. Yeah, but it is not actually a tuna, even though we do eat them for sushi. They're famous for sashimi. They're great sushi fish. The colors are good, but I think at 1.2, I thought they were tuna too. It's a common misconception. Um, they fight like tuna. They look similar. Yeah, they really are, but yeah, they're part of the jack family for sure. It's like most of you got that right, but yeah, there was some tunas in there.
Coach with
Good stuff.
With the facts
here. Yeah, coach, you got the real. Yeah, he's got the real family. He's got the in depth.
Horse mackerel, jack pilot fishing.
Yeah.
What's a horse mackerel?
A horse mackerel? I don't know.
We should make.
Well, I should have had coach. I should have had coach write these questions. We would have never got any of them.
Is he just making up things now?
That's funny.
I have dial-up.
28. I have dial-up. That's funny. Jack is the correct answer. All right, guys. Number 4. Is anybody in the lead? I think we got somebody. Dario. Dario's got 2. Frank's got 1. We've only asked 3 questions. Number 4. Number 4. What is the bag limit on Pacific sand dab? What is the bag limit on Pacific sand dab?
Coach laughing at me. Sound Fishing says 5. Zachary Rick says none. Peter says 10. Frank says no limit. And Bonnie says 50.
Who was the first one that said no limit? So, Zach, when you said none, you mean
none, no limit.
There is none limit, right? So I'm assuming that's what you meant. Dario, no, he has no idea. Losing the lead, man.
I'm assuming he meant no limit.
The bag limit for Pacific sand dab is none. There is no limit. You can keep as many as you want. You can throw a sabiki down there, slay them. They're a flatfish. If you guys don't know, the sand dab, they look like little mini halibuts. They're like sole. They're a flatfish. They don't grow very big. But sand dab are delicious, guys. If you guys have not had sand dab, don't sleep on them. They're also really good bait. They're good bait fish. I caught one later last year and threw it down on the hook, and I got slammed by like a huge rockfish. Just came up and ate the sand dab. I think lingcod like them. White sea bass. So they're good bait fish, but they're also good to eat. If you guys just go in there and you can get like 10 sand dab, you just cook them whole, cut their bellies out. They're delicious. You see them in restaurants a lot, actually, because they're probably because there is no limit. So pretty popular in restaurants when you see sand dab. I recommend you guys try it. Don't sleep on the sand dab. If you're out there getting skunked in like La Jolla or something like that, screw it, man. Just rub a sabiki on the floor, go get some sand dab, and fill your bag, man. You guys won't regret it. But there is no limit. You can have as many sand dab as you want. So who is that? Zach?
Yep.
Zachary Riggs. Also say Sound Fishing said 5. Peter 8610. Most of you got it though. Yeah. Bonnie 50. Close. You could get 50. SD Fisherman 12. Yeah, good stuff, guys. No limit. All right. Number 5. Question number 5. What is the maximum depth you are allowed to fish for rockfish in the southern management area? I'll take fathoms or feet. What is the maximum depth you're allowed to fish?
300, 600, 300, 50, 600, 600.
Who was the first one with 600 feet?
Well, Salty Dangler was the first one who said 600. He didn't specify feet. Dario also. Leonard was the first one who said feet.
Salty didn't say feet. I'll give it to Salty. I'm assuming he didn't mean fathoms. Yeah, 600 feet, guys, is the maximum depth you can fish. So, rockfish, that changed. And I think what that was last year, I think that was new for 2021, actually. They bumped that up. It used to be a lot shallower. And then they made it 100 fathoms, I believe, which is 600 feet, which was actually really nice. So for years and years and years, we couldn't fish that deep. And it used to be really shallow. It was like half that or less. And then 2021, they bumped it up. So yeah, we can fish up to 600 feet now for rockfish, which is cool. And if you haven't done it, guys, it's still, we only did it for the 1 year. So There's lots of places you can go that like haven't been touched in a long time. We went out in March last year. Right at the beginning of March, went out to Catalina and hit some 600 feet areas. Dude, we got some huge like flag rockfish and stuff like that, some big vermilion, and they're still out there. So they had years and years and years to recover, where we weren't allowed to fish them. So that's a newer depth. But yeah, definitely. TV Metal Art 300, Bunny Larson 50 feet. What else we got? Louis, yeah, a lot of you guys on the 300 still. Coach Werf was right, yeah, 100 fathoms. Zachary Riggs 240.
240 crank, that is for sure.
Alex Rodriguez 800. Dude, I wish. That'd be a deep drop, man. I don't know if any of you guys have ever fished 600 feet though. Dude, it takes forever, and it is a workout. It's a struggle, man. Just reeling up, like, I do not recommend live bait going that deep, because if you lose your bait, you don't want to be pulling and checking that thing up every 5 minutes. It's like, no, just work a jig, throw a slow pitch jig on there. You know it's on there, and you're gonna get bit. If you don't get bit, you don't get bit. You just keep working it. But
Fishing Gavin has joined on Instagram.
Fishing Gavin, Instagram, welcome. Want to come join us on Facebook? I mean, how do I keep saying Facebook? YouTube.
We're never on Facebook. And then Dan Walsh had a question: what's the daily sand dollar limit?
Dan, what's the daily sand dollar limit? I don't know. Coach Worf probably knows.
I saw broken sand dollars in Florida. And then Coach said, note there are other fish that are mixed up with sand dabs, so ID is critical.
There are other fish mixed up with sand dabs. So, so Coach was saying with the sand dab question, there's other fish mixed up in there. Yeah, there's like sole. There's all kinds of different fish. Yeah, you got to know what you're looking for. Yeah, man, dude, 600 feet, it's brutal. You've never fished that, you'll be tired at the end of the day. You underestimate, how deep it is, but when you reel up even something that's just a few pounds, man, it's brutal. All right, next question. The term turd roller refers to what fish? The term turd roller refers to what fish? What is a turd roller?
Apparently Frank goes by Big Poncho sometimes. Sandy, sand bass, lizard.
Who's the first one that said Sandy? Zachary Riggs. Damn, Zach. On the money today.
Jay says catfish.
Lizard, catfish.
Catfish seems like apt.
Catfish would probably qualify. I don't know for sure, but yeah, sand bass is the turd roller. For those of you guys that don't know, a lot of times when you pull them up, they roll like crazy. They crap all over the place. Like literally, they turd on themselves and they spin around. They're a pain in the ass. So yeah.
Captain Dan says he knows the limit.
We call them turd rollers.
That's so funny.
Oh, he knows the limit. Does anybody else? Did you even know there was a daily limit? Dude, for sand dollars? I have no idea. You can let us know. That'll be the bonus question. I don't know the limit. If you're talking about the sand dollars, I have no clue.
He says no Frank. Frank one? Wait.
Frank one?
I see Zach.
We're checking. We see Zach. It says
yeah, I think Zach won.
Can you guys clarify? Who are you guys seeing first?
I see Zach, and then Salty, and then Leonard, and then Frank.
All right, guys.
$10 is 35. So
$10 is 35. He sees Zach. Okay. Yeah. You guys got to keep me honest. Make sure my internet's not slacking. All right, guys. Peter sees Zach. How
many questions are you doing?
Oops, the sand dollars have a limit of 35. All right, next question. Question number 7. What is the maximum number of hooks allowed for targeting rockfish? Put your answer in. Maximum number of fish allowed for targeting rockfish. Sand dollars is 35. Can you eat sand dollars? Those are like those hard things though, right? Like little like sea urchins, or just to collect them?
Aunt Bonnie's answered everything.
I don't know.
Imagine 50 hooks, Aunt Bonnie.
50 hooks?
Isn't it?
2. The answer is 2. Zachary Riggs, do you have Zach? I have him number 1.
Let's see. I have Dario.
She has Dario. See?
Dario.
I can't rely on my thing. Dario.
Kevin is also and Lazara are all on Instagram.
Those of you guys on Instagram, if you want to join us on Facebook, we're doing a trivia. We're doing some giveaways. If you want to join us, come in, have fun. We're on YouTube. Join us on YouTube, Submission Fishing. Fresh one, welcome. See you in there. Yes, 2. So Dario was a slight lead. Looks like it's Dario and Zach battling it out. Yeah, 2 hooks, guys. 67. Yeah. So
I'd like to see 67 hooks.
67 hooks. You could use it. Not Facebook. Yeah, I know. I don't know why I keep saying that. Saltwater Slayer. What's going on, Saltwater Slayer? So the 2 hooks for Rockfish, guys. That's they rolled in the sculpin for that one too. Recently, sculpin used to be more, but which is weird because the sculpin don't fall under the Rockfish regulations as far as like they don't have the same season as Rockfish do, but they still then now require them to have the 2 hooks just so it's like copacetic. And there's a lot of confusion with that. I know on some of my videos when I'm using slow pitch jigs, some of them have like more than 2 hooks, or you're throwing an A rig, and a lot of people are always like, "What's going on, Sea Samurai?" A lot of people are always like commenting like, "Oh, it's only 2 hooks. You can only use 2 hooks." No, when you're fishing sand bass, you can use as many hooks as you want. You can throw an A rig with 43 hooks on it if you want to. It doesn't matter. Freshwater is different, guys. So it's a different amount of hooks. I'm not too familiar with freshwater, but I think it's only like 2 hooks on your A rig. But if you're fishing for tuna, you're fishing for sand bass, you're fishing for halibut, you're fishing for spotties, you can go wild with the hooks. It doesn't matter. A lot of people just think it's 2 hooks, 2 hooks, 2 hooks. No, 2 hooks is only for the rockfish and sculpin. So some species require it. Rockfish definitely, but saltwater outside of that, it's pretty liberal with what you can do. I mean, you can use tons of hooks, tons of rods. It's definitely different. Good stuff. So what do we got here? That was number 7. So question number 8. Okay. Question 8. How many miles offshore must you be to not need a passport in Mexican waters?
Oh, I know this too.
How many miles do you have to be offshore to not require a Mexican passport?
Zachary says 3. Bonnie says 50. TV says 7. Dario says 24. Salty says 10.
I don't think I've seen it yet.
40, 100, 3, 12.
Ooh, who was it?
Kevin.
Nakata. He's got it.
Fresh one was right behind
You knew it, right? Did you type it in?
No.
Oh, you would have had it.
I would have had it.
Jessica would have had you guys. She knew that one. It is 12. Yeah, see, a lot of you guys didn't know that. That was a good question. Yes. So if you're fishing 12 miles within the shore, it goes for islands as well.
200 miles.
You need a passport when you go and fish Mexico. Either way, you need the Mexican fishing license. But like if you're going to the Coronado Islands, you're going to need a Mexican fishing license and you're going to need a passport. If you're 12 miles off, you need the Mexican fishing license, but they don't require you to use a passport. So a lot of times when you book trips into Mexico, you really got to look at the fine print on the thing, because sometimes they'll require passports, sometimes they don't. And sometimes they change the trip when you get there. That's happened to us too, where one time they were requiring passports and we got there, then they were like, it was reverse. So they were like, oh, you don't need them now. We're going to go offshore. But yeah, not all Mexican trips are the same. So if they're going to the islands or close to shore, you're going to need the passport, guys. But if not, if you're going way out there looking for tuna and stuff like that, or usually patty hopping, no passports required. But most party boats and stuff you go on, they'll tell you that sort of thing. But if you don't know, if like you're out there on a boat or boat with buddies, just make sure you know that. So if you guys don't have passports, don't go within 12 miles of the island. Or not even the island, the shore, I guess I should say. But I think it resets at the islands as well.
A Crips is on Instagram.
3 for Frisch. Who is it?
A Crips.
A Crips. What's going on? If you're on Instagram, man, we're live on YouTube.
You got it right.
Submission fishing. I didn't say Facebook. What else we have? Bonnie 50, TV Metal Art 7, Dario 24, Salty Dingler. Yeah, you guys are all over the place on this one.
Hopefully you have a question that the answer
Peter 86 is 100. Mr. Alex Rodriguez 43. Yeah, man, that one took a while to get a good answer. That was cool. 12 miles. You guys got it. Out of range for a kayak. Nah, dude, we can make it.
What?
That's nothing.
What? Make it out there.
That's pretty far. Yeah, we make it back. Piece of cake. We did the pickle run. We can do it. All right. Next question. Question 9. So this is like a Some of these are I converted to Jeopardy style questions, so I want to see what is at the beginning of this one. This is the bird you want to follow when chasing tuna. This is the bird you want to follow when chasing tuna. What is this bird?
KC English Services joined on Instagram. C Samurai says turn.
Who said turn?
C Samurai.
C Samurai. C Samurai. You got it. Kevin Nakata. It is the turn.
Snipe fell off. What is a live one? Zachary? Well, Salty was the only one who said, what is churn? And then Zachary said, what is a live one?
What is a live one? Yeah.
Kevin disqualified for not saying what is.
Nah, Kevin's got it. Frank Ochoa, Seagull. Yeah, so they are. It is the turn. The turn is the. So when you guys are seeing the birds out there flying and diving in the water, yeah, they're not seagulls. Believe it or not, they're terns, and the seagulls. They fly around the boats like looking for bait. They're just annoying. Like they crap all over the deck and stuff when you're fishing, and they're looking for the bait. So when you're at the islands and stuff, a lot of the seagulls will come around like the sport boats and stuff. They're usually looking for scraps, but they're not the ones diving into the fish. And when you see them diving in the water, they're looking for the bait ball that gets pushed up. So the tuna, the yellowtail, they push up the bait ball, and it's the terns that are going in and actually crushing the water. And I actually didn't know that. I didn't know what bird they were until I went out fishing with Kevin. We went out on his boat, and I asked him what those birds were. I knew they were different than the seagull, but I actually didn't really know the name. And he let me know they were terns. And there's here in Carlsbad, there's like a protected area for terns in one of the bays, like where you can't go in because I guess they lay eggs there or something. Is the turn. Instagram. DY80, what's going on, man? If you want to join us on YouTube, we're over here doing trivia. We got the chat popping off. If you want to join, come join us, man. Having a good time.
Oscar wants to know how many turns have you hooked?
How many turns have I hooked? I hooked a pelican last year. I don't think I've hooked a turn, to be honest with you. Not yet. Let's see. We're on question number 10. We're getting there, guys. We have 15 questions or 14. Question number 10. Another Jeopardy style question. This vegetarian fish can be seen jumping out of the water in the bays. This vegetarian fish can be seen jumping out of the water in the bays.
Zachary, what is a mullet? Salty, what is a mullet? C. Samurai, what is a mullet?
Who was first? You guys got it.
It was Zachary.
Zachary Riggs on fire.
In the ER, too.
That is Zach. Are you still in the ER, Zach? Are you really? You just crushing these fools with the Wi-Fi internet from the hospital?
Huey says croaker. Todd says queenfish.
It is the mullet, guys. If you guys see them, especially if you're paddleboarding or kayaking in the bays, they don't seem to be so much down in San Diego Bay, Mission Bay. You do see them, but if you come up here to Carlsbad, like at Hacienda Lagoon, or like where the power plant is, dude, they fly out of the water. Even if you're just walking from shore, they're all over the place up here. I guess you can't really hook them out here. I've heard people catch them on peas and stuff like that. That's kind of the theory. I don't know if you can eat them. I don't know if they're real sport fish, but Coach Worf, Coach has probably caught them and eaten them. That's probably a guarantee. But yeah, they are the mullet, and they go flying out. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Salty says those pain meds making Zach lightning.
Right? Dude, Zach's on fire.
So you're on the pain meds.
All right, guys.
Question 11.
Question 11 is an easy one.
Kevin says you can eat them.
Kevin says you can eat them. But can you catch them? They look like a pain in the ass. I've heard peas, or like because they eat right. They eat like the little kelp and stuff on top of the water. I don't know. They're probably fine. We should make some mullet sashimi. All right, question number 11. What is the legal size of a sculpin? Legal size of a sculpin.
$14, $12, $10.
Oh,
12.
Who got 10. It? Who got 10?
C Samurai. What is 10?
C Samurai. Man, you guys are lucky Kevin didn't come in here earlier. You'd be smashing on that ass already. It is 10.
Aunt Bonnie says 50.
50. Aunt Bonnie, I don't know if I have any 50s. Maybe I'll create one so 50 is the answer. It is 10. It's such an odd number, but yeah, the sculpin is 10. I mean, right? We all know the bass. All the bass are 14. Stuff like that. But yeah, the sculpin is usually no size on rockfish. I mean, typically they're just whatever it is. You can keep them.
Todd says 27.
That's just 20, dude. 27-inch sculpin. That'd be savage, dude. I wouldn't want to bring that thing on the boat. That'd be huge. 10 inches. Sea Samurai, you got it. All right, number 12. Now I talked about this in my last show, so we'll see who was listening. What is the life expectancy of a spotted bay bass? What is the life expectancy of a bay bass? Spotted bay bass. How long do they typically live?
Bonnie says 50. Sea Samurai, what is 20? 17, 7, 15, 21, 12.
Nobody got it yet.
What's up? 15.
You guys are close.
15, 1, 14.
Ooh,
2.
14. Who got 14? Spam Boy TV. That is correct. That was in that study. And I cross-referenced it again just to make sure. Can they live longer? I'm sure they do. Can they live shorter? I'm sure. But the average life expectancy, average maximum life expectancy of a spotty is 14 years. Based on the studies that I've seen. I know I posted one last time. It says 14 years is usually the maximum life expectancy in which they can get 22 inches and like up to 6 pounds. That's freaking huge. Think about 22-inch spotty. I mean, a 17 these days is like, that's legendary fish status.
Is that because it's hard to catch the big ones, or they've all been caught?
The big ones? Yeah, they've all been caught usually.
But then released. So they should.
Well, not everybody releases them. I've seen people eat spotty.
When they were dead already.
No, I've seen people like catch them at Mission Bay and eat them. I think me and Coach, right? Didn't that happen when I met you out in Mission Bay that one time? That guy caught a spotty and he kept it. I'm pretty sure he tossed it in his ice chest. And I think Adobo too was on shore and he was like telling somebody where to cast and they caught a spotty and I guess threw it in their ice chest too. So people do eat spotties. It's not like it doesn't happen. So it does. But yeah, 14 is apparently kind of the maximum age on that thing. So then it get much bigger. I've eaten one too. It wasn't that bad though. Like I said, I've said that story. I caught one. It was gill hooked. I let it go, and then it like came belly up in the water like 3 minutes later. So it was legal. It was like 14 something. So I kept it, ate it. It wasn't that bad. I mean, it could be said like the contaminants and stuff in the water makes sense, but like taste wise, it wasn't that bad.
But you eat the other bay bass. Wouldn't they have the same contaminants?
Well, the sand bass, they're kind of like deeper. They're not like under the boats and the docks really so much. All right, guys.
Do they? Okay.
Who said that?
Frank.
Frank? Oh, Frank, you're not
supposed to know
that. You're not supposed to know that, Frank. Which leads me to question number 13. You must have ESP. This orange reef fish is illegal to catch or target. What is it? This orange reef fish is illegal to catch and target.
Sea Samurai, what is Garibaldi?
What is Garibaldi? That is correct. You knew it, Frank. Frank, you had it. You were just talking about it. That was pretty funny. Yes, the Garibaldi is also the California state fish, for those of you guys that don't know. But yeah, it is illegal to catch. It's also illegal to target. So if they see you, we have these again up in Carlsbad, dude. These are everywhere. Once you walk on the I don't know if they're endangered. Like you go over here in Mexico by the rocks, they're everywhere, and you can see them. There's orange dots. There's like hundreds of them, like along the rocks in here. So I don't know. I don't know if they're endangered or just because of the state fish, they don't want you to eat them or catch them. But yeah, Garibaldi, little orange fish. Pretty cool looking. They're like bright orange. Can't miss them. But off limits.
Apparently, you can eat them in Mexico.
You can eat them in Mexico.
Maybe that's where Frank had one.
Oh, interesting. I mean, I'd try one in Mexico. Why not? I mean, you can catch like black sea bass, and there's a lot of stuff you can get in Mexico that you can't eat here. Good stuff.
Tario's like, Kevin, isn't Boba Fett on or something?
Yeah. What are we at? Who's in the lead?
Oh, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
We're tallying up.
2, 3 for Dario. Zach, 1, 2, 3. Kevin, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Kevin's in the lead.
Kevin's in the lead, but Zach and Dario
Hey,
are right behind
you guys like
him.
Kevin come in here like with half the questions gone. Smoking, you guys. All right, guys. Question number 14.
This is the last one?
This is the last question. I thought I had 15, but I only got. So this is your chance, Zach. If you tie it, I'll come up with another one. Number 14. This is another like Jeopardy question. This wrasse is a hermaphrodite that loves shellfish. What is this fish?
Oh, I know this answer.
Type it in.
It's cheating.
Right? I should have left Kevin in Instagram.
No, I shouldn't have told him.
It was somebody got it.
What is sheephead?
See somewhere I got it?
What is sheephead?
Again, he got it.
Go.
That's right. Todd knows.
Peter,
Sheephead. You guys all got it. Coach Worf says every wrasse loves shellfish. What about hermaphrodite wrasse? Loves shellfish. They might all be hermaphrodites too. I don't know. Those of you guys that don't know, California sheephead, they all start as females and they're pink in color. And then as they grow older, they get black banding, the black and white banding, and their head starts to form where they look like a sheep. And then they turn to males. It's pretty cool. And they get big. They taste good. They eat shellfish, crab, lots of shrimp. So if you guys want to catch these things, get shrimp. It's good stuff.
According to Coach, rock wrasse, senorita, etc., all are hermaphroditic. So apparently Dario would have been correct, but still, Kevin was still first.
Yeah, that was an open-ended question. It doesn't matter. Kevin still won. You guys got smoked. So that was it, guys. So the winner is Kevin C. Samurai. With 5. Way to go, Kevin. Come in here at the end. Come into the third quarter and just smoke it. C. Samurai. This is what you won. 220 ounce or 220 gram slow death jig. The javelin. You get one of those. Strawberry tiger. Congratulations. Good job, guys. Thank you for everybody for joining. Hopefully you learned something. I mean, even if you didn't win the game or whatever, hopefully you guys had fun and just learned something. I know I did when I was putting the questions together. A lot of that stuff I didn't know, but I think it's fun even though you get to interact with it, but you learn stuff too, and I think it helps remember it. So I think that's why I wanted to do it too. So we can learn at the same time. The Bruce Jenner fish.
Yeah, Bonnie says 50.
50 jigs.
On Instagram, say hi to Box Aviator and Ernie Escobar.
Ernie Escobar and Box Aviator. What's going on, man? We're on YouTube Live right now. If you want to come join us, come check it out. We're kind of winding down the show. We did some trivia. It was fun stuff. But yeah. Oh, I did it. Yeah, we're gonna do a giveaway too. So how do we want to do that? We also got why don't we do this? So if you guys want to win this one, this is the 130. Is like the orange sickle jig. So we'll give this one away even if you weren't part of the thing.
Do ask a question and I'll tally up the comments and we'll give it away next week. Or I'll announce it. We can announce it on Instagram tomorrow.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do for that one, when the stream ends, guys, all you have to do is go back on this stream and comment in the comments. Just comment "oos" in the comments. So when the stream ends, and then we'll announce it on Instagram or on the next one, and you'll win this jig. So there's a chance to win. So when the stream ends in a few minutes, just go in there, type "oos" in the comment section, and that'll instantly enter you into the drawing. And then we'll put all your names in a thing, and then we'll draw it and see if you guys can win the 130 javelin.
Let's announce it
Good
tomorrow
stuff.
night. So in 24 hours.
Yeah, so in 24 hours. We'll announce it tomorrow night on Instagram. And then just shoot us your thing. Kevin, you already know how to get a hold of me if you want your jig. That's good stuff. Yeah, it was funny. I didn't get to my funny story. So we went out to we were fishing the bait barge Saturday with Dario. Dario had to leave and it was pretty slow. And I don't know why this is so funny, but like, you guys know when you have a real friend, like true friends want you to fail. You know what I mean? Like when you hurt yourself or when something stupid happens, you know how it's just like it's the funniest thing in the world. There's people like you're not real friends with, and it's like you pat them on the back, you try to make them feel better. Like these two dudes were in like this little dinghy or a skiff, and uh, they were fishing over by like the house and the bait barge. And one of these dudes, he hooked in. I was like in my kayak, right, just kind of near him. And this one dude, he hooked into something, and it was big. And he just like went bendo. He pulled up. It was fighting, and then it snapped off. His line just snapped, and his friend just started laughing so hard, so hysterically, dude. He just, I don't know why it was so damn funny. And it's like his buddy was just, he was kind of all defeated and hurt, you know, because he like had lost the fish, and his buddy was just laughing his ass. Like his first reaction wasn't like, "Oh man, you missed it," or "Oh dude, you get him next time." Sorry, no, he just, this guy just threw his head back and just was laughing, and probably for 5 minutes, he just, they weren't speaking English. It was I don't know what it was. I think it was like Chinese or Filipino or something like that. It was like he was just heckling this dude, and it. I don't know why it was just so funny, but his buddy could not just stop laughing. And I think just his first reaction when he lost the fish was like, this dude was so excited his buddy lost the fish. It was it was just hilarious. I'm like, dude, this guy. The line snapped, and it wasn't. It didn't even like this dude didn't even have to process what happened. The line snapped, and he was like just laughing his ass off that his friend lost the giant fish. It was just great, man. But I don't know why it was so funny. I was just in my kayak like laughing, and I drove by, and like the other dude was like, he was like upset, you know, he was like kind of sad. And he was like telling his friend not to laugh, and his friend just like he was acting like he was pulling the fish and losing it. It was like, dude, it was great. That's when you know you got real friends, right? Like when you hurt yourself or do something stupid and they just think it's the funniest thing in the world. But I'm like, my first thought was like, dude, these dudes are buddies. Like these guys are homies, because only a true homie would like laugh at something like that, right? You wouldn't laugh at somebody losing a fish that you were just like an acquaintance with. You'd be like, they think you're the biggest asshole in the world. So I was like, man, these guys, they got to be like best friends, because you only get away with that with the best friend loses the fish. That's what is funny. It was just great though, man. It was made my day.
Who's your friend that you would laugh at?
Didn't make his day.
Which friend would you laugh at if they lost a fish? Other than Brett.
Friends will console your loss. True friends will rag on you until you throw them. Yeah, dude, that's what it was. It's just heckling the hell out of him. It was so funny. Leonard, they had a bet. They might have, dude. It could be. That's a good one. I didn't think about that. Probably did. That was slow. I did get a good one though later. I made sure they saw it. I wanted to like show them the slow death, man. But yeah, guys, that's it for the show. So, like I said, I'm going to end the show pretty quick here. And once I do, just comment on the restream. You don't need to rewatch it or anything. Just type "oos." Just comment in there. That'll put you into the drawing. So then tomorrow, if you want to win this one, it's the 130 grams javelin jig. If you want to get jigs, support the show. Slow death jigs. We sell 20 grams, 40 grams, 60 grams. Pretty much everything you want to get in the bays, or tuna, rockfish. These things will do them too. So I know a lot of you guys support the stream, so thank you very much. You don't have to buy anything. Just being here, liking the stream, that's enough. But if you want some good jigs, they'll catch fish, definitely. We got apparel, all that good stuff. But thanks for joining, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. It was fun doing it. Fun doing trivia. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Oos.
Night.
Good night.